Hello, and welcome to this video about the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil. In this video I want to give you guys an overview of the different methods people use to kill thermy. I'll be discussing how efficient each method is in terms of kills per hour. But what I won't look at is the cost and profit of each task, because I believe that if you're going to kill the thermy, the profit you make is not that amazing. It kind of has to do with the fact that the loot table is, well, it's simply average for a boss. People who have killed thermy also know that it's a pretty fast task, clocking in at 60 kills per hour traditionally, assuming that you melee it and walk under after each hit. But the methods I kind of want to discuss are going to be about melee as well, but also about the quote-unquote recent maging method. There's also going to be some stuff about a redemption method, which is pretty intuitive. And using any of these methods in this video is going to either net you a slight profit or you simply break even-ish. And for the start, I'll start off with the melee method, the loadout you should use, and the attack cycle you should attempt to use to optimize your kills. And after that, it's going to be the maging method and an eventual conclusion. Okay, so the melee attack cycle is when you attack at the interval speed of your weapon. So whip is 2.4 seconds, you want to attack every 2.4 seconds. What people do wrong is they walk under thermy and keep walking. What you actually want to do is something I want to show with the following clip by Aubury. So in this clip you see Aubury attacking thermy every 2.4 seconds. He's doing this by clicking the tile in front of him, then clicking tile under thermy, and finally just clicking thermy itself. He's also always on run, meaning that when he clicks thermy, his character will basically run and attack as soon as possible. Now this is obviously a very good method, and it comes down to having good timing. What I personally do is a little bit different. It's the same concept, it achieves the same. But what you do is you turn your run off and you click behind thermy, then you control click. Well, thermy just died right now, so it's a bit hard to show. But the next kill, I'll tell you what happens. So control click, click behind, control click, click behind, control click. That is the sequence you're trying to do every single time. So the melee method using food in your inventory is going to be roughly 20 or 30 kills per inventory. This is also kind of dependent on how many food drops you get from thermy, considering he drops the tuna potatoes and the kebabs from time to time. And in total you're looking at roughly 60 kills per hour, which is pretty good. Okay, let's look at the redemption method now. And this is kind of where it gets interesting. As you can see, my inventory is pretty much, instead of food, it's going to be prayer pots. And what you're actually doing is you're praying redemption. Every time you fall down, you heal a little bit, you zip a prayer pot dose, and then you pray piety and redemption again. So how does a loadout look for this is something like the following. You use 3 super combats, your teleports obviously, I personally pick a holy wrench because I just like it, and the rest is going to be prayer pots with some space left. I also use a Saradomin God Sword because, well, obviously it's either Crystal Halberd or Saradomin God Sword, it's up to you really. Now, there's not really much of a difference with melee and food versus redemption prayer pots. The only thing you're actually doing is you're always praying piety and redemption, and thermy only has a max hit of 8, so when your redemption falls or triggers, you simply zip a dose of prayer again and you quick pray redemption plus prayer. Now you sometimes will get a food drop, and those should not go to waste. You can actually make your trips a little bit longer by simply eating the food and then not praying redemption, obviously until you fall into the like 30 HP left range. And that's pretty much redemption. Should be very interesting now to look at the kills you get per inventory. It's more than double than food. It's around 60 to 80 kills, and you save time because you're banking less, which also makes it so that you're actually increasing the kills you get per hour, roughly 65 to 70 kills, which is it's good, better than before. But what's even more interesting to me is the maging loadout, which is what's coming up next. This is kind of how the mage with food loadout looks like. What you want to achieve, obviously you want to maximize your mage attack bonus. The shield, I use an arcane shield. You can also use a Book of Darkness, mage book, those are fine. What's important is that you have a rune pouch and you have runes with Ice Blitz and Ice Barrage. Both of them are important. So this next clip is going to be about the mage attack cycle. I kind of want to show you guys what you should do to set this up, where you should stand. So there's going to be an image for that, and after that it's kind of just like showing a kill or two, showing when you should barrage, how you should move, and stuff like that. It's pretty easy. Okay, so in this image you see where you should be standing. The cave exit is actually the point where you want to be close to. I'll explain that a bit later why you want to be standing there. You see the green line? This is where you start before you do anything. Then the moment thermy spawns, what you do is you pray mystic and then you ice barrage him. Now the reason you want to be standing near the cave exit is because if another devil is under thermy, it could start ranging you. And if that happens, what you want to do is you want to just exit the cave, come back and start tridenting again. Now that we're in position, all we have to do is wait for thermy to spawn. We ice barrage it, and then we start attacking it. The moment you start attacking thermy, you kind of have to get a feeling of when thermy will start moving again, because you usually do not kill thermy in one go. What you want to do is you want to, I'm moving my mouse to myself, you want to click the tile you're standing on, and then wait 1, 2, 3 attacks, and then ice blitz again. So 3 attacks from thermy is the exact same time it needs for the freeze timer to reset again. And the reason you're clicking yourself is because you don't want to be attacking during thermy's attacks, otherwise he's going to do more attacks on you. I get a little bit unlucky in this kill, but overall it's fine. Okay, again in slow motion, I'm gonna click the tile I'm standing on. 1, 2, 3, and on the third one you ice blitz or barrage, step a tile back, and that's it. So how fast is maging with food? Well, it's actually pretty decent. The amount of kills you get per trip for food is 60 kills, roughly, depending on how lucky you kind of get with the food drops, and also assuming no blood barrage. Not a fan of it, kind of slows down your kills. And well, the kills per hour is about 65 kills, which is not bad. It's actually really good, and maging is really comfy. What's more interesting though is going to be the redemption mage method. There's not much to add about the maging method with redemption, since we've already pretty much covered everything. What you basically do is, instead of using food, you just use redemption. An inventory looks something like this: 14 prayer pots, wrench if you want to, imbued heart, I don't have one, you should use one, it's pretty good, and quick praise, obviously redemption and mystic might. Now mage and redemption is probably going to be the king, the absolute king in amount of kills you can get. Sporting an astounding 100 kills per trip, Mage Redemption pretty much takes the cake when you want to stay at thermy as long as possible. Now the reason why you can stay this long is because one prayer pot, which has 4 doses, is going to last you 8 kills, so bringing around 14 will be about 96 kills. The kills per hour is not that different. It's going to be 65-ish, maybe a little bit more, but that's just the max that Mage can put out. It's really comfy to do this method, and it's actually also the one I kind of want to end the video with, is that if you want to stay as long as possible, you want to reduce the amount of bank trips you make by the maximum possible, Mage Redemption is probably going to be the way to go. Thank you so much for watching the video. Good luck, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.